Since 2020, chronic absenteeism has become a universal issue in schools across the nation. But one district in Illinois uses Wayfinder in creative ways to address this problem.
Our program, Blackhawk Reorientation, is right now the central hub for where we apply Wayfinder in particular directly in relation to absenteeism and class avoidance on the back end, so on the responsive end.
We have tried to find creative ways within this program to introduce Wayfinder to our students to try to help just really highlight and kind of focus on some of those underlying issues, and maybe to even start to open up and kind of have certain conversations to speak about, okay, what is the expectation? Why is this my struggle? And where did this come from? Was this important to me once upon a time?
I'm just thinking of an example in a fourth grade classroom. I went in to support the classroom because they were having some difficulties. She had several students that were absent all the time. We started running Wayfinder activities. She actually gave them the waypoints assessment. It came back and gave the water balloon incident. We spent 40 minutes talking like they were having conversations about it back and forth. The kids were. And the next day, some of those other kids showed up that weren't coming. And they were like, I heard about this water balloon incident. And so we brought it back up.
One of my teachers did a Wayfinder assignment, and I believe the assignment was called the should list. Get students to think about, what should I do at home? What should I do at school? So when we talk about Wayfinder and how it's helping, it was really beneficial for our students to have that conversation and kind of open up to kind of have that dialogue about what they should do or what they want to do versus what they need to do.
So a lot of what we're using Wayfinder right now for is just seeing where our students are on those various waypoints and just seeing with their agency, with their sense of belonging, so forth and so on. And what we're seeing is for a lot of our students, regardless of grade level, belonging is where we have to start. So we really start our students off with the self-awareness check-in. Here, take some time to reflect about you. What are your needs? What are the things that make you feel safe in a particular environment? All of the stuff that's already baked into the curriculum.
So I think it all goes back to is like getting that sense of belonging, that connection, that connective piece with the teacher, as well as the other students in the room that are sitting alongside them, because they started seeing that their differences were actually similarities. So it was really neat to watch. And we started seeing some of those kids that were absent a lot come into school.
We find that our students can draw a direct line between agency and accountability. And so we found that they can start to see naturally how the consequences are a result of their behavior. And so now that here we are at the back end of the second semester, back end of the school year. And I just talked to my students and they're like, no, I see it. And we got some kids who are doing really well, going to pass all their classes because they had a plan. They knew that these things were in our control. So that agency to accountability piece, if people are concerned about the absentee piece, that to me is the keystone.